Carl Froch finally made a big announcement whose next opponent was going to be to defend his IBF title, which he won so superbly against Lucien Boutte. There were rumours that Mikhail Kessler possibly would have taken the fight. Kelly Pavlik was saying he wanted the fight. So there were two mouth-watering fights to have or look forward to, and he's going to be fighting Yusaf Mack. Right. Well, I think I heard on Twitter, or read on Twitter, I read on Twitter that Mack wasn't going to take the fight in the first place. So for whatever reason, Mack's taken the fight. It's a strange selection for me, for a number of reasons. Mack is a light heavyweight, and if you look back at Mack's record, the last time Yusaf Mack fought at super middleweight was 2007. We're now in 2012, and Yusaf Mack has a track record of being knocked out by the top guys in the division. He's been knocked out by Traverse Cloud. He's been knocked out by Glenn Johnson. However, he's had wins against Omar Sheikh, who gave Kawasaki a good fight for 5 rounds. It was a very good fight when he fought Kawasaki, but that was many years ago. He's had a win over Zav Judah's brother. Well, there's really not much to talk about Yusaf Mack, to be honest. And I don't understand why they've selected this particular opponent. Yes, Carl could have had an easy night's work. I mean, he said he wants an easy night's work, but my concern isn't the opponent. My concern for Carl Froch is that the Boutte fight was a fight that a lot of people didn't expect him to win. They actually expected Boutte, and I was one of them, Boutte to finish the job off that Andre Ward did and just continue to outbox Froch. But Froch went out there and he blew Boutte away, and it was the first time I'd seen Froch successfully hurt somebody, stop them, and he's been fighting at world level for a while now. Froch has been going to points for a lot of fighters at world level, and he's been fighting top guys back to back to back to back to back to back. So he's been motivated each and every fight. Some fighters are driven by fear. Some fighters are driven by money, money motivators, you know. Some fighters are motivated by greed, you know. But for me, I think Froch is a fighter that needs to get up for fights. And where he's saying he's going to put on a very special performance against Yusaf Mack, my concern is that Froch is no mug, he's no fool, and he knows in his mind that Yusaf Mack shouldn't really be in the ring with him. There's no reason, he's not business being in the ring with Carl Froch, and this is his homecoming. So in his mind, that is going to go through Carl Froch's head. It's going to go through his head while he's training. It's only Yusaf Mack. Professional that Carl Froch is, he's a professional fighter. He'll never come in overweight, or he never comes in underprepared. He's always prepared for his fights. So it's not about that, but the mental preparation, as I said, with him having to face a Kessler or Abraham or a Ward, every fight for the last 2 years has been a life and death struggle. It's always been for the Super Six to get to the next round, or to become the pound for pound #1 fighter, or to get off the deck against Taylor. He's always had to point to prove. This fight, he doesn't have a point to prove because everyone's expecting to go out there and blast Mack out. And I would agree that he knocks Mack out. The guys that have knocked Mack out stopped him have been heavy hitters. I'd say that Carl is a big enough puncher, or a hurtful enough puncher at super middleweight. He talks about not having any sort of ambitions to fight a light heavyweight, but if you have no ambitions to fight light heavyweight, why are you taking a big strong light heavyweight? There's loads of other guys you could have had and fought and knocked over. Why fight Yusaf Mack? What was the meaning behind this fight? I don't understand why you pick somebody who's fighting at light heavyweight and you bring them down to super middleweight. What is it this trend in boxing where people are calling guys out from light heavyweight and bringing them down to middleweight. Carl himself has said he has no ambitions of fight light heavyweight, so why would you do it? I don't understand. For me, I only see this as the fight as a warm up to some other fight down the line. I see Carl winning this fight by stopping Yusaf Mack. The question for me is he going to be motivated? Although he's in front of his home crowd, is he going to be motivated enough in the coming weeks with the constant talk about this fight not being a significant opponent after Froch has always been fighting significant opponents? How is he going to deal with that? And Carl already feels, as far as I'm concerned, that he doesn't get the admiration from the public that he deserves. He will feel slighted at the fact that Amir Khan gets more coverage and more recognition than he does. But we know that he's fought back-to-back world-class fighters in Froch. So I don't know. Froch should win the fight by knockout. But will it be an exciting 4-round or 5-round demolition? Or are we going to be looking at some life and death struggle with Froch because he's not motivated in the fight? And I've seen Froch fight on a few occasions where he's not been motivated for fights and get caught with silly punches and very lackadaisical. He's had to switch on for those other fights. I just hope that Froch doesn't make a hard fought night's work against Mack and is able to dispatch of him quickly so we can move on to the next bigger challenge. Who do you think Froch could have fought instead of Mack? And as long as he comes through this fight, who do you think Froch should fight next? To me, I would let him fight Kelly Pavlik. Although Kelly Pavlik does have that big right hand, I'm not sure about his campaign as a super middleweight, and I think he's quite a limited boxer, to be honest. I think Froch could take care of him. But it'd be a great fight. Let me know your views. Don't forget to add, subscribe, and leave your comments. This is BWTMONLINE. I'm out.